Remember when playing Roblox anime games felt completely immersive? Like every update was a whole event which brought amazing gameplay and long-lasting hype. 4 years, almost 4 years we've been starved of that feeling. But at last, the long wait is almost over. Rell sees the long-awaited open-world One Piece-inspired game set to bring back the iconic golden age of Roblox anime games with its beautiful visuals, combat, and exploration systems. It is now, more than ever, closer to its grand release, perhaps changing the trajectory of Roblox games as we know it. Alright, so the golden age of Roblox looks completely different to everybody. Some may say it starts earlier, while others may say it ends later. For the sake of the video, I'm going to go off of what me and others who played alongside me experienced. And that is that the golden age of Roblox started off with NSOA, or in other words, Naruto Shippuden, online adventures. For many like myself, the golden age began back in 2011 with NSOA, a game created by the now named Rell Games. This game was a true pioneer of all anime games which soon followed on the platform as it broke expectations at the time with its well-created, deeply thought-out gameplay and mechanisms like its very well-designed character customization, combat, and its accurate world design similar to the popular Naruto series. Specifically, what made this game so great was how innovative it was, bringing something so new and fresh to the platform whilst being able to immerse players in something that felt so eerily similar to the source material. Throughout the video, I will also be using these 3 stars as a way to measure the quality of the games throughout the years. The blue star will cover innovation, the red star will cover immersion, and the green star will cover how true the game is to the source material. The games which capture the essence of all 3 stars will be given a gold star, which essentially just means that they were the best of the best, and they were the key pioneers to Roblox anime games. Right after the meteoric success of NSOA came one of the best, if not the best year for Roblox anime games so far, 2015. One of the first few games that came out that year completely set the tone for what was yet to come. A reimagined, more developed version of NSOA created by the same passionate developers with more experience had come out. Shinobi Life 1 came out in 2015 with its massive map design lore accurate to the actual Naruto universe. It came to have multiple game modes, an advanced character creation system, and again, every end of the game was rooted in deep Naruto lore which every player came to appreciate and love. The game kept up with NSOA's innovative touch by building on what they already had and adding new mechanics. It was also very immersive and once again kept true to the Naruto source material. And for that reason, gold star. Another game which came out in 2015 was one of the first few impactful battleground games to come out on Roblox called Anime Cross. Anime Cross wasn't just any battlegrounds game. It was a game that took inspiration from many different animes and put their characters in an arena to battle it off. At the start of the game, new players were able to choose which characters they wanted to play as. Over time, they garnered enough money to actually buy new characters and experience more of the game. Anime Cross essentially brought together the idea of anime and battlegrounds games into Roblox, a scene where it hadn't really been explored before. For that reason, Anime Cross became one of the first few innovators of the anime battlegrounds games on Roblox. With all that being said, Anime Cross, gold star. A couple other notable games which came out in 2015 include Arcane Adventures and Pokemon Brick Bronze. Both of these games brought such amazing innovations and features into the platform, such as Pokemon Brick Bronze's ability to create such an immersive storyline building off of Pokemon's success. And more specifically, Arcane Adventures was able to branch out a little bit more with the concept of anime by creating something a little bit more unique and specific to their own game, which a lot of players actually enjoyed. All of these games were like a breath of fresh air on the Roblox platform. They were all unique and immersive in their own rights and brought in something completely new to the platform. This was essentially what issued in the era that we know as the golden age of Roblox anime gaming. Now, prominent games which came in the following years include Final Stand, a popular Dragon Ball game which swept the community. Final Stand had beautiful graphics and people really loved how close to the source material the game actually was, which made it more immersive. People also loved how much you could customize your characters and movesets in a way where it actually made it feel like it was your own. In the following year, July 2017, we received the breakout game Ro-Ghoul. Now, the reason I can't give Ro-Ghoul a gold star is because although it was immersive and stuck true to the source material, it lacked that star quality of being able to implement something into the platform, which a lot of people deem to be innovative. The reason I still decided to include Ro-Ghoul into the golden age of Roblox anime gaming is because although it lacked that star quality of innovation that the games prior to it had, it still managed to secure its way into a lot of players' hearts and lasted a long time within the community, and it was actually very popular. In February 2018, one of the best battleground games that we know of for the years to come came out, ABA. Now, ABA originally in its release wasn't that active. However, shortly after release, people started noticing how good the game was. ABA completely redefined the concept of battling in Roblox anime games and it set the standard. It introduced many mechanisms into the Roblox platform, such as the up tilt and down slam, which came to be very inspirational for other anime games which came after it. Flash forward November 2020, we got one of the staple games of the decade, GPO. Similar to what ABA did for anime combat, GPO did for anime graphics. GPO introduced this completely new kind of graphic to the community, which was kind of cartoonish and a lot more gamified, which a lot of players actually loved. Along with this, the game's GFX and UI design were completely polished and brought in a sense of harmony which tied everything together. However, unfortunately, I cannot say that the game was completely true to the source material, as they did start adding non-canon things, and in general, the whole vibe of the game did not really feel like it was One Piece. Especially because the color grading of the game felt very childish in a sense, and it didn't really reflect what the world of One Piece looked like. And for perhaps the very, and this one's controversial, for perhaps the very last game in this golden era of Roblox anime gaming, December 2021, Deepwoken. Now, the reason I call this one a little bit more controversial is because a lot of people don't actually consider Deepwoken an anime game, but I feel like a lot of its player base was the anime community, and not only that, it was also taking inspiration from a lot of different anime. Deepwoken wasn't only innovative, it was also immersive, and the storyline and lore in the game was also very intriguing to play through. Deepwoken at release was a game that had good combat, good visuals. It was a game that you could play with friends and progress in a way that felt fun and manageable. It took traits from its predecessor Rogue Lineage like wipes and limited lives, but it felt like a completely new and different game. And honestly, in my opinion, I feel like Deepwoken was the last game in the anime community which people actually felt that much hype for. Honestly, there may be some exceptions here and there, but I feel like for a release, no other game really came close to Deepwoken. That's just really until Rell sees releases. With all that being said, this is the final timeline for the golden age of Roblox anime games. Again, this is not objective in any way, but it is what I see as most accurate given my opinion and those who helped me create this timeline. Now, for honorable mentions, we have really good games which were really popular but just didn't manage to fit into the list. In 2019, we had Rogue Lineage, again another game which wasn't really specifically linked to any anime but had that anime-like feeling. A lot of players really liked how difficult, hardcore, diverse, and PvP focused the progression was. You could grind for days to finally complete a build and lose it all in seconds by joining the wrong server and getting jumped. But that's what made it so appealing and gratifying to many. The potential ability to lose everything you've worked so hard for gave people this sense of adrenaline rush. We also had One Piece Bizarre Adventures, which looking back now, it was a bandit beater, but people really liked the unique skills, how new and fresh everything felt, and everything felt really immersive. In 2020, we had the originator of all these tower defense games on Roblox right now, All-Star Tower Defense. Now, you might be thinking, why is a tower defense game here? That is one of the main problems of the anime game scene on Roblox. Now, I'm sure I don't need to explain to you guys what a tower defense game on Roblox is, but at the time, this was something completely new and not really seen on the platform. It had a fresh concept which intrigued players and allowed them to step out of the usual combat-based PvP game. And this isn't even an exaggeration, this game literally changed the platform as we know it. Now, whether for the better or for the worst, I'm gonna leave that up to you. It was for the worst. I mean, literally go check your friends right now. I can tell you guys right now, I literally have friends who AFK these games all day long. And when I ask them, oh, what do you play on Roblox? They're like, oh, I don't really play anything. I just AFK. Like, what are you doing, bro? And no, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a hater or anything, but when there's literally no productive value and people are just AFKing whilst the devs are literally cash farming them, like, there's a problem. Anyways, the final two honorable mentions go to One Piece Final Chapter 2 and Demon Slayer RPG 2. Both of these games were very well known in the community, and although a lot of people don't remember them anymore, specifically One Piece Final Chapter, they both had their own impact at the time of their releases. With that being said, these are all of the honorable mentions. I would like to retract my statement from before, as both of the One Piece games lacked that quality of immersion, as both of their progression systems were mainly fueled by bandit beating. Now, as you have probably noticed throughout this video, none of the One Piece games that have existed through the Golden Age have ever gotten a gold star. Whether it's because they lacked innovation, immersion, or truthness to the One Piece story, none of these games were able to achieve all three. Now, on to the main focus of the video. How does Rell compare to these anime games, and will it really bring back the Golden Age of Roblox anime gaming? We've already seen all the things that Rell is innovating and planning on bringing into the platform. For example, we have the ability to freely Geppo, skywalk, and jump on a ship without losing position. This is something that we've struggled on games previously without realizing it. Being able to jump and use moves on a ship completely opens up the borders to what ship fighting could actually look like. Surely this is one of the many mechanics that a lot of games will be taken from Rell. When it comes to immersion, we've already seen what the map looks like. We've already seen all the forms of progression that they're planning on adding. Just from seeing all the teasers, we can already establish that the game looks immersive and eerily similar to the actual One Piece story. Rell, even before releasing, has already shown all three qualities of a Golden Age game. In fact, it's excelling at all three qualities, which is why I truly believe that Rell will be the game to bring in the second Golden Age of Roblox anime gaming. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. This is a brand new YouTube account I've made. I do plan on posting regularly here. If you did like the video, please, it would help me so much if you guys did subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment down in the comment section. Also on that note, yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know if I've missed out any games. Let me know what you guys think about this topic. And I will be leaving my Discord down in the description if you guys want to join the community, as well as a link to every game that I've mentioned. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Hope to catch you guys next time. Seroye.